Well, hello there, everybody. Just letting you know this is just a test because eventually I want to do some cigar reviews and try to get pretty good at it. I'm just an ordinary average guy, a garhead, and I'm sure you know what that means, cigar head. Today I am smoking a Charter Oaks Nicaraguan Puro in Toro size 6" by 52 ring gauge, closed foot. I don't know why these are closed foot, but I've smoked a lot of these so far because I bought a whole box of them because I like them. I tried one and I liked it one day. Nice, smooth, good, mild smoke. So I'm going to light this up and get her started. Just out here relaxing. If you hear ducks in the background, I have 6 ducks in a pen out in front of my house. They hear me talking, so they're going to start talking. I don't know what they're saying about me, but who cares? I like these because they're smooth. It's a Connecticut wrapper, Nicaraguan filler. I usually smoke everything in a Churchill size, but apparently I bought these in Toro 6 by 52 ring gauge. I've said that already. Repeat, rewind, stop, play. One day I'll get better at this. And my ashtray is right by the phone where the camera is coming off, so you'll see my hand go over every once in a while to flick the cigar. So don't be alarmed, I'm not trying to punch anybody through the phone. Boom, boom. Having a pretty good day for it being rainy outside and about 55 degrees. Little cool. Should actually be wearing a jacket, was suggested by my friend, but you know, a little hard to put on with one arm that don't work and one arm that does. But I get by. Been smoking cigars for about 30 years. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 14 years old. I quit for a while and then ended up picking up cigars, and been something I've been into for a very long time, and I love them. One of my favorite cigars is a Romeo and Juliet, 1875. I love those in a Churchill size. I have one back here in my humidor behind me, which you can't see. I got a little 10 cigar travel humidor hanging behind me. I love them little things. They protect your cigars better than anything else, I think. My daughter got me a real nice humidor. I've used it once. It's too heavy to carry around. Hopefully I don't sound too funny, because I had a stroke about 3 years ago, and God decided to keep me here for all you people out there. Hopefully I get entertaining for you as it goes along. Very smooth smoke, little nutty in flavor. Nice Connecticut wrapper, very well made. I suggest you try one. They're anywhere from $5 to $8 depending on where you go. Very nice for the price. Because usually the Romeo and Juliets I smoke are a lot more expensive, around 15, 16 bucks a cigar. Although I've smoked some really good cigars in my life, like Opus X. Everybody likes those. And then a friend of my sister's brought me a Hoya de Monterrey from Cuba. I guess they brought it back in their luggage, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you too much more because it's classified. I'd have to kill you, which I don't want to kill my audience because I'm going to like my audience, I'm sure, the more I go along. Because I'm a people person and I like people. And I like the United States. I love it. I love the Second Amendment. United we stand. I am God, country. Amen. Won't say too much more about that. Because I don't want to get on a soapbox like my wife says all the time. To me, cigar smoking is very relaxing. I usually order most of my cigars from jrcigars.com, and I get a lot from Havana House in Boardman, Ohio, where I live. I live about maybe 20-25 minutes from Boardman, Ohio, in a place that's like the corner of somewhere in the middle of nowhere, called Berlin Center, Ohio. I'm on a corner street in Ohio, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cornfields. Wish it was a little warmer out here, but hey, you take what you can get. No, I wasn't sticking a cigar in my ear. I was, scratching an itch in my ear. Having a really good day today. Was a little depressed yesterday, but people I talked to brought me up, so that's why I like people. You'll probably hear the occasional car behind me, because out here it's, I think, 45 to 50 miles an hour behind me. They go by pretty quick, so you won't hear them too often. The ducks, I'm sorry, nothing I could do about it. I'd like to, take a couple of them out so they wouldn't make so much noise, but, they're cute to look at, and they produce eggs. Here's a shout out to my buddy George. How you doing, George? And to my buddy Vince, so he doesn't feel left out. Hi, Vince in Cleveland. I love you. I love you both. And to everybody else out there. Like I said, I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I'm just an ordinary average guy. Not a very rich guy. I'm comfortable. I'm disabled. When I had that stroke, it paralyzed the left side of my body. They said I'd never walk again, but I walk every day. They can't tell me shit. They also said this arm will never move again, but I don't believe them because I'm able to move it every once in a while. It'll come back one day. I'm a pretty good shot on the target range for a blind guy. Not really blind, just a little less vision with astigmatism. Shot better than a lot of people that I've known with good vision. Can't claim that I came from West Virginia like most of my family did. They came up here and were living in a house, and I was born in Parma apparently during all that going on. Would love to say I was from West Virginia because I love West Virginia, but you know, Ohio's not a bad place to live. Good people. I like it. Very calm, nothing much happens here. You know, we don't get terrorists like New York, and we don't get many earthquakes. I only remember one in my whole life that, you know, only shook the place I was in just a little bit. But it wasn't bad, and it was way back a long time when I was in high school, so it had to be around in the 80s. Not trying to date myself. I'm 51 years old. Don't feel that old, but if this arm ever comes back, I'll get back into great shape again. Although I'm not in bad shape now. I'm pretty decent for my age, I think. I just wish I got around a little bit better. The stroke took a lot out of me. Before the stroke, and here I'll bore you with some stories. Before the stroke, I was a master mechanic, training to be a gunsmith. And was going to go to classes to teach people how to shoot firearms. And if I remember what the heck the name of that is, it was CCW instructor. Sorry. That's me just getting old and forgetful. And I better say hi to my sister Pat. Hi Pat. And hi Mario, if you get to see this. I don't get to see her very often because I moved a long way away from Cleveland, Ohio. I moved about an hour and 15 minutes from Cleveland. Like I said, the middle of nowhere. In the corner of somewhere. Too far for modern transportation and people to come, you know, visit me that often. But hey, they come every once in a while. I miss my kids a lot. I wish I lived closer to them, but we got a good deal on this house and the land, and we ended up taking it. Our realtor was really good. She showed me one I really liked because I said, you know, can I go out in the backyard and just shoot a gun? She said, yeah. And when I was here looking at the house, I heard a lot of firearms going off around the house, so I'm like, shit, this is a place I need to be. I consider it kind of like country Ohio. Not much crime here. I moved here from Parma, Ohio. Lived in Strongsville before that. You'll get to know me as I talk and bullshit more, I'm sure. And eventually I plan on making t-shirts and, you know, being the normal YouTube guy out there. Selling t-shirts that people will like and giving them good, truthful reviews on good cigars. Although this is my first amateur venture to try to, you know, put a video out right now, but I'm not going to put it out. I'm going to put it on Facebook just for people to see. With my nice Second Amendment American flag cornered hat that I like. And then I got my lighter here my buddy gave me. You can't tell that I like the American flag. And there's one hanging right in front of me, flowing in the wind, right in front of the back door. Just so I could see it off the patio every day. I love my country. And here's a shout out to Ted Nugent, or as we all call him, Uncle Ted. I watch his Spirit Campfire on Facebook all the time. I suggest if you enjoy, truth, logic, and the American way, you go check him out. I bought one of his expensive autographed hats, which I should have wore for this video to show you, but I'll wear it in the next one. It says can't come and take them. It's got a big cannon on the front of it. Because as the old saying goes, good luck. Come take it from my cold dead hands, because you're not going to get it. Owned a lot of firearms in my life. Shot a lot of firearms in my life. Love firearms. Nothing wrong with that. The American way. I guess in future videos it'll be a little bit more sunnier behind me, I'm sure. Just me flicking the cigar in the ashtray. Sitting here on the porch swinging back and forth. If you wonder why you see me moving a little bit. I like to be a moving target, not easy to hit. Not that anybody out here would shoot me. You never know, an accidental bullet could come flying through. Hear a lot of them shooting around here, but never heard one ting by. And here's a bit of something I'll show you that I have hanging on my cane that I walk with all the time. My buddy George got me this. It's he said he had a whole bunch of them in his hand, and he said pick one, and of course I picked one with the eagle and the American flag on it because I like it. Nice knife he got from the place where he worked. Comes out very fast is what I like, and it says freedom, liberty, and justice on the blade. If you can see that. You might be able to see that, I don't know. But in the comments when I post this, let me know what you think of it and tell me how I did, and if there's something you want me to review, some cigar you want me to smoke. This one also has a little peppery in it. I taste a little pepper. Now the one I smoked yesterday, oh my god, it was like smoking a thing of pepper. I'm usually not ones for the ones with the pepper in them, but this is kind of mild with a little bit of pepper. I mean, you want a little bit of spice in your life, so you know. Well, George, when I get done with this, I'll send it to you and you tell me what you think. I've watched a lot of cigar reviews. Nick Libretti from JR Cigars and a lot of other people. I mean, I guess as long as I talk clear enough, you'll be able to understand me. I hope. I don't talk too much, you know, clear. And I try not to, you know, be dumb. I try to research the cigar that I'm smoking. It's a Connecticut wrapper with a Nicaraguan filler. Made by Foundation, called Charter Oak. And I have the box. I looked on the box and read everything about it. Nicaraguan Puro. And on the back in big letters it says made by Foundation Company. And I like their picture on the front of the box, which I've had the box for a while. It says Charter Oak with a tree. I like their thing. It's also on the cigar. I like their symbol, the Charter Oak. I will try others by them. Not the most expensive smoke, but good for an everyday if you want an everyday good one. Just to smoke around. And as the other people do in the videos and stuff, the ash burns good. I mean, it burns nice and steady and straight, and it doesn't go out easy. So, I don't know why they want to tell you about the ash. That ain't the part of the cigar that I want to smoke. But anyhow, I've seen them do it. I've watched a lot of reviews. And I guess if that's what you're supposed to do, I guess I'll do it too. Probably won't be a part of my thing much longer, the ash thing, because I mean, who cares about the ash? You flick it away anyhow. And there's somebody popping up on my phone. I'll put that out of the way of the screen just so maybe make sure it doesn't get in the video, hopefully. You'll see my finger for a second, take it off the screen. I have a lot of friends and they pop up here and there, and I'll look at that when I get done making this video. Don't want to make my first one too long because I want to sit here and smoke the rest of this and listen to some music. I love music. One of my favorites, Ozzy Osbourne. Then you got Ted Nugent, and and Queen and Def Leppard and Bon Jovi. I'll mention that for George, and because we both love Bon Jovi. Nice and relaxed now. That's what I believe cigar smoking is about. It will probably prolong my life because being relaxed like I am now, you don't get that. The only other feeling I ever had like that was riding my motorcycle, which I can't do anymore because the stupid clutch arm don't work. But my friend says get a trike, but I'm not that rich. Trikes are apparently, $50,000. I mean, he said he found some cheap ones. When I sell my Chevelle, maybe I might, look into investing in a trike. Everybody tells me don't ride a bike anymore, because I'm kind of crippled up now. But I've not been scared of much in my life, so, I'll get on it and ride. I loved riding bike. And here's a shout out to the guy. I traded a truck for a bike. I traded a 1974 Chevy pickup truck for a 2000, I believe, 7 Suzuki Marauder motorcycle that he paid $2,500 for. Well, you're getting a lot of history from me today. And just in case you wanted to know what kind of Chevelle I owned, it took me about 20 years to find the right one without rust all over the place, and one that would be able to be restored. And then I had the stroke, so now I'm going to have help restoring it. Talking to you, George. You're going to be helping me, I'm sure. It's a 1975 S3 Laguna. Very specialized car. It was supposed to replace the SS in them years from 1973 to 1976. Know a lot about them cars. Also know a lot about the Bandit Trans Am. Sold them all over the world. Me and my buddy started restoring those in my garage in Lorraine way back in the day. And then he went off and got him a shop and started doing them up really nice. Doing them like we made them look. I mean, nice shiny paint and everything too. I mean, he didn't have the mechanical ability, but boy, he was really good with the body. And I say was because he passed away last year. He was my good friend of about 20 years. George has been my friend about 30 years. Vince has been my friend since high school, so I don't know if that's longer or less. I don't know. Known George and Vince for about the same amount of time. Not much in a difference of time. Good friends of mine. You don't have many good friends in your life. Hang on to the ones you got. And treat them like you want to be treated. Like I treat everybody the way I want to be treated. So, and that to me is the way to be and the way to live your life. And I guess the closer I'm getting to the end of my life, the more I'm starting to get religious. I don't know if that's a thing. But hey, it happens, I guess. Yeah, the more I smoke of this cigar and the shorter it gets, the more peppery taste I'm getting. Just to let you know, because this is a cigar review. I'm not getting what the one guy said where he was tasting orange. I get a little bit of orange, but not much. I'm sure they don't put orange peels in this thing. But I've smoked a lot of these, and they're really good, smooth smoking cigars. That's why I bought the whole box. I don't buy many boxes. I usually buy, assorted cigars in 10 packs from JR Cigars. Cigar smoking is not a cheap habit. I mean, I smoke some of the cheap ones in between the good ones. And I've smoked some gas station cigars, I would call them. Swisher Sweets. I mean, everybody starts somewhere. Swisher Sweets, Backwoods. I mean, I'm sure people have heard of them. If you want to mention any that you smoked in the past that you started with, put them in the comments. A friend of mine used to have a smokers club that used to meet in bars, and I used to be a part of that back in the day. He used to buy a box of cigars and have everybody join him at the bar. I think I maybe went once, maybe twice, if that, even if that. Probably just once, because I really wasn't into it then. I was more of a Marlboro menthol smoker when I first started. Started out with Lucky Strike non-filters back in the day when I was in high school. George, you roll your own cigarettes, so you're an original cowboy smoker is what I would call that. Like my grandpa and my stepfather's grandpa before him. Used to watch him roll them on those little machines, and George rolls them by hand. Pretty good at it. I told him he'd be a good joint roller, but we don't smoke weed, so I mean, you know. I know people that do. He could probably, you know, hire himself out to it. Who knows? But I doubt he would do that. But you know, we're good. We're good boys. We don't do anything bad. We have a few bad habits. Some of us are trying to kick some, and some of us keep some. People tell me this is a bad habit, but they also told me drinking Diet Mountain Dew is a bad habit. And I've been doing that for years, and the ones who told me that are not, you know, not with us anymore on this planet. And I'm still drinking Diet Mountain Dew. They said it would kill me. I always believe when it's your time to go, it's just your time to go. And with that said, I am going to go and end this video. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. Just an ordinary old, average old guy. Sitting around smoking a cigar on his patio, swinging, having a good day for a change. Loving life. You only live once, like they say. Well, everybody out there, have a good day. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Charter Oaks. Give them a try. They're good cigars by Foundation. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.